how he did that. Like kind of a little, you know.
Yeah.
So this morning we're highlighting a local Black-owned small business creating toys to make sure Black children see positive depictions of themselves every day, starting with their toy box. Recently, the multi-talented Aisha Curry highlighted Brown Toy Box in her Amazon store.
Yeah, and so this morning, the founder of Brown Toy Box, Terry Nichelle Bradley, joins us to talk about the company's story. And so this all starts with a purpose for you, right?
Absolutely.
Tell us about that. I mean, how did this all begin?
I was really just having a moment. I was over 40. I was looking for my purpose in life. And I was like, what can I be doing that makes me feel good, makes me want to get out of bed, inspiring me, right? And so I just asked God, and he showed me, he said, look at your life. And really, my life centered around being a mom and my children. And Brown Toy Box was really born.
So you're like
filling a need too,
right.
Something
so
that you experienced.
What were you doing at that time?
So at the time, I was doing crisis communication.
That's no fun.
And that's no fun, and
No.
that's not inspiring,
Right.
and that's not helping really anybody, right?
Right.
But for me, it was like I kept reading these articles about the leaky pipeline to STEM and why they couldn't have more diverse workforce and all those things. And what I kept coming back to is early recurring exposure to STEM. And how do you get kids, right? Mr. Rogers always used to say, play is the work of childhood, right?
Right.
So I wanted to create something that centered play, but then also helped Black children see themselves positively represented. And Brown Toy Box was just what we came up with.
You have 4 children?
I have 4 children.
Okay.
They're all adults now.
Okay.
I'm an empty nester now.
And so when your kids were young, though, you're going down the toy aisle and you're not seeing the representation you wanted to see. You said you had to look hard to find that.
Absolutely.
And that's changing, and you're a part of that.
Absolutely. So what I will tell you is when I was little, when my children were little, I used to go and I would specifically look for like window clings for like Christmas and for like, you know, special holidays and those kind of things. Never could ever find those that look like my children. Now we make those, right? Could not find educational toys that represented my children. Now we make those. And so, yeah, it is definitely changing. You see a lot more diversity when we're talking about like dolls or like storybooks, that kind of thing, but not educational toys. So we have really been welcomed into the toy community. We're very active, a part of the toy community, and it's just been a phenomenal journey for us. And we're young.
You're right about that. Like American Girl dolls, you can find Brown dolls. You can find dolls that look like you.
Absolutely.
You know, my girls were Indian, so they're like, okay, we can find dolls that look like us. But when it came to these kind of things, talk about the educational toys. Talk about what they are.
Absolutely. So we started with, we started as a subscription box, and we evolved to a toy company during the pandemic. Okay. And so our first products were our STEAM kits, right? And so the STEAM kits, we wanted to really create something where they would have hands-on activity. They would have a book, and they could learn about some trailblazers in that particular industry, and that they could just really have fun. We wanted to create characters that were fun and modern and inspiring, right? And so we came up with the STEAM kits. They feature the DC Academy crew. The DC means curious in Swahili. Okay. So our hashtag is Stay Curious, because that's what we're really trying to do, is cultivate children's curiosity. We've got our line for older kids, 8 to 12-year-olds, that are college builds, HBCU edition. So they're constructor kits where they're rebuilding, they're making replicas of HBCUs, right? So really fun, those kind of things. And then we've got like these giant 3-foot puzzles, which you see in there. And those are like, they all represent, again, the DC Academy crew, but they represent 15 different STEAM themes. And so we think that's really important. We want to get kids early exposure to STEM so we can cultivate their interest and then get them to explore that and continue on throughout their academic careers.
Realize it as an opportunity at an early age, right? Where can people find and buy these toys?
Well, we're on Amazon. We sell with Amazon, so that's
perfect.
Amazing,
reaches a ton
right?
of people.
A ton of people, right? Easy to get to, and then we're everywhere. Like we wanted to be wherever people wanted to find us. We want to make sure we're there, right? So, but Amazon has been just like a gateway for us to really open up our consumer base.
These look great, and the presentation looks great too.
Thank
I mean, they
you.
look like really nice and educational toys, as you mentioned. So.
Absolutely. We really want to focus on quality, right? We want to make sure that that we were a valuable brand to parents. So there's multiple ways for kids to play with everything that we create.
Well, congratulations to you. Your success with this too. I mean, certainly to make Aisha Curry's list is quite an accomplishment in itself. So.
You didn't have them for your children, but you're going to make sure other parents have them, right? That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. We're going to post this interview online at atlantanewsfirst.com and add a link to the Brown Toy Box. We'll be right back.